AI content is causing major problems for bloggers, Google, and ad platforms. In today's video, I'm going to share the chaotic AI content world where Google can't decide what to do. Bloggers are spamming, and ad networks are now starting to fight back. But I have good news. An AI content spammer that was making up to $500,000 per year from just one of his 2,000 websites has been crushed by an unlikely source. Bloggers that create original content just won a major victory over AI clickbait publishers. Let's dive into this ever-shifting, fast-paced world of AI content creation and the crazy story of the $1 million AI clickbait spammer that just got demolished. All right, let the Django begin. Back in February of this year, Wired published an interview with a guy named Nabosa Vuho, aka the AI clickbait kingpin. Over the past few years, he's been buying up expired domains. These are businesses that no longer exist and their domains expire. He buys them up and then revives the website as a content website publishing AI content. He's been flooding the internet with search-optimized AI spam that he hopes gets as many clicks as possible from Google. He then makes money primarily from display ads like Mediavine. According to the Wired article, he was making up to $500,000 per year from just one of his websites, and he had over 2,000 websites. Easy. Obviously, not all of his sites would have been that successful. He clearly was implementing a churn and burn strategy. However, it's not too far-fetched to imagine that he was making $1 million a year or more from the purely AI-generated, over-SEO'd content. Now, before you run off and start trying to copy this strategy, you should probably finish this video because it doesn't end well for him.
Oh, man.
Earlier this month, someone on Reddit started complaining in the blogger subreddit that Mediavine was shutting down his account. So get this, the person that got his Mediavine account shut down for using AI content was none other than that AI clickbait kingpin, Mr. Vuho himself. Mediavine has made their stance clear. They will not tolerate bloggers that are primarily using AI content. Here's what a Mediavine spokesperson said in response to this story. Quote, "At Mediavine, our first priority is advocating for and protecting independent publishers and the unique content they create. To do that effectively, we have policies in place to discourage the monetization of low-quality AI-generated content, especially when it's scraped from the websites of original creators. AI must be used responsibly and as a tool for independent publishers and not a creator replacement. We monitor sites in our network for AI misuse and put our AI policy in place to protect our publisher and advertising partners. If the policy is violated, we do and will terminate publishers as part of our commitment." In March of this year, Mediavine took a stand against AI content with an open letter to its publishers. It essentially said what I mentioned in this quote above, that they will not allow sites that are primarily monetized by AI content that are stealing original content from other creators to be monetized on their platform. So how did Mediavine know he was using AI content? Well, it first triggered an AI flag through what they called their third-party AI detection tools. I don't know for sure, but my hunch is that Mediavine was using originality.ai to detect the AI content. Originality is one of the earliest and most well-known AI content detection tools in the blogging community. Now, if you're enjoying this type of content and want to see more of these types of videos, will you please hit that subscribe button? That'll let me and YouTube know that you are enjoying this type of content. So how did we get here? How did bloggers go from spamming the web with AI content to getting shut down by ad companies like Mediavine? Honestly, it's a crazy story and it's far from over. We are right in the middle of a fast-changing AI and SEO environment. I honestly don't think Google knows what to do. They've sent out very conflicting messages. Publishers don't know what to do. AI tools like OpenAI probably don't know what chaos their tools are creating. But here we are as digital entrepreneurs trying to navigate it all in real time. let's take a quick look at what has happened over the last couple of years and what Google is currently recommending for its AI content policies. So here's a very brief history. In November 2022, OpenAI came out with ChatGPT, which is the basis for what a lot of tools are created on. So a lot of creators really jumped on the AI content bandwagon after ChatGPT came along at the end of 2022, right? And so then a lot of AI creation tools started to flood the market. They used the OpenAI API, and boom, you could create a content creation tool. Those have flooded the market, and lots of bloggers have started to use these AI tools because they've gotten better and better, right? And then in September of 2023, Google came out with the helpful content update. Now, was this a response to all the AI content flooding the internet? I think that is definitely a big reason for it. Although they never said that, they really say, hey, is your content helpful? They never said it specifically for AI content. But if you look at the timeline, I think it's quite obvious. Bloggers had about a year, and other people about a year of using these more advanced AI tools based on ChatGPT. Then in September 2023, the helpful content update came out and absolutely demolished a lot of content creators that were not using AI tools, right? There was a lot of collateral damage that came with the helpful content update. Then in February of 2024, Google signs a deal with Reddit to train its AI models. So Google is starting to get involved in understanding and training its own AI models using Reddit. And of course, Google then starts using AI overviews within its search results in May of 2024, just a few months after it signed this deal with Reddit. And probably not coincidentally, Google starts ranking Reddit for tons and tons of keywords. We start seeing Reddit not only in AI overviews, but within the organic search results more and more. And if you look at this recent traffic graph, you can see that the growth of Reddit is absolutely insane. The traffic is almost off the charts and unprecedented. Now, all along the way, since the helpful content update came out about a year ago, small publishers have been complaining and making it very clear to Google and anybody that will listen that their sites were hit, that they were not using AI content, or they felt like their sites were helpful content, maybe even if they did use some AI. And Danny Sullivan and others that work with Google have come out and said, you know, it looks like we actually have gotten some things wrong. And now in the August core update, a lot of those sites have started to see a return in traffic. Their sites are no longer quite as penalized as they were before with the helpful content update. And then, of course, we've got this AI clickbait spammer bragging about how much money he's making with his website. Wired covered this article of the guy that I just mentioned, and now he's been absolutely crushed by Mediavine shutting down his ad account. Now, if you're enjoying this type of content, will you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me? Thank you very much. So, should publishers be using AI content? Honestly, Google has flip-flopped. Originally, they had a policy in place that mentioned not using AI content and that it might be considered spam. But they've removed that language from their content policies and actually made it say that any content that is not considered helpful might be penalized, removing the AI portion of it. And Danny Sullivan actually clarified in a recent interview of what people should be looking at. And here's what he said. He basically said, it's not about if it was written by AI or not, your content, but rather it's about the scaled content policy. He said that people focus on the wrong message. They focus on that AI written content is okay in some cases, which Google has said. But he said the focus should have been more if the content is being produced at scale with the intent to be written for search and not users. I would look very closely what we said about scaled content abuse. So Danny Sullivan is specifying that you should not be producing content at scale, whether it's written by AI or humans. That's really where you're going to start to run into problems. Not so much if you are publishing targeted, well-written, AI-assisted content. So Google is really flip-flop. They're saying originally, no, it's not okay. Now they're saying it's okay, but it's more about, are you publishing in mass? So in this chaotic world of AI and Google, should you be publishing AI content? I personally think the world wants and needs human-published content Readers crave the opinions of real-life people, not robots. Plus, you don't want your entire digital empire toppled over like this recent clickbait spammer guy.
Ah!
Provide real content written by real humans, and hopefully Google will reward you if your content is truly valuable. Thanks again for watching.